Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortivada. In this video, we will learn about property binding in Angular. To understand our property binding in Angular, let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Here, I have created a project with the name Demo1 by using Angular CLI, and it gave us the default application setup with one of the component called as app component. Before going to property binding, please try to understand interpolation. If you want more details about interpolation and what are the different types of bindings we have, please watch my previous videos. Here, let me go into app component.html. Let me create some form. I have a div, and inside this div, I have some input property and which is having some type as text and placeholder as enter username, and also I have different properties like read only. So before going to read only, let's understand how read only works. Okay, so read only is a property which will take a boolean value, and whenever we use a read only directive on an input field, then that input field cannot be edited. So that is the read only property. So this is a static HTML which we have written in our app.component.html, and let's see how it will be shown on your UI. Let me hit ng serve, hit enter. To understand more about how ng serve works, I have created one video in this tutorial. Please check ng serve behind the scene. Yeah, now it was successfully compiled. Let me go into the browser. Localhost 4200, hit enter. So if you see here, it has an input field with non-editable. If I am typing also, it is not editable, or I am unable to type inside the input field. So let me go back and remove this read only property for now. Save this and go back. You can edit this. Okay. Now let me consider if we want these properties or the values of these properties should come from our controller. Let me go to the controller and let me create one variable like input type equal to text and input placeholder equal to enter your name. And now I want to bind these variables with these elements. So we can use interpolation for binding the element. As we saw in the previous video, we can use interpolation for binding these elements. So let me use placeholder here in the placeholder, and let me use input type inside this type. Save this and let me go back to the browser. You see here I can able to type the text as well as it is having a placeholder enter your name. Let me go back. Now what I'll do is I can change this text into password and save this. So now this field will be acting as a password. So you can see here it is acting like a password. So that is how we can dynamically change our behavior of a HTML content. We are using interpolation and everything goes well. Let me create input read only equal to true. So let me use this read only inside our read only property of an input field. Let me create read only equal to, let me give interpolation, and I'm giving input read only as a binding. Save this as well as yes. As per our understanding, this is true. When the read only is true, could I able to edit the form? No, we cannot edit this HTML. Let me check that. I'm not able to edit this content. Super. Now let me go back and go to the component.ts. Let me change into false. So as per our assumption, input read only equal to false. That means the value false is passed to the read only. The input field is editable. Let me go back and try to type here. But even though I am not able to edit, why? What's happening behind the scene? Remember, interpolation will always converts all the data or all the expression which was mentioned inside the flower bases into a string. So whenever I pass some value called as input read only as false, so false will be executed inside the flower bases, and when the value comes out of that flower base, it's a string value. Read only property which accepts a boolean value, but interpolation is converting our true value or false value into string value. So what that HTML will do, it will ignore the value as it is passed as true, and it will take the default value of read only. What is the default value of read only? It is true. By default, every property of HTML will have a default value. So like the same way, we have read only as true. So how to resolve this now? When I pass the string, it is working as expected, but when I pass boolean value, it is not working as expected. So that's how a property binding came in. Whenever you want to use boolean values over the properties, then it is always preferred or recommended to use property binding. How to use property binding? A property should be enclosed between an array symbol, and no need to use interpolation. Let me remove this and now save this. If you see here, input read only is false. That means I'm passing false to the read only, so it should be editable. Let me go back and you can see it is editable. So now it is working as expected. Let me go back and change it to true and save this. Go back and type something. I'm not able to type because it is working as expected. Now the read only is true. Now our question is, what is the difference between an interpolation and the property binding? Both are one-way data binding, but the only difference is whenever it starts executing a statement, the return value of that interpolation will always be a string. Whenever you want to have a type also inside the properties of any HTML element, then always go with property binding. Now I can even replace this interpolation with property binding. This one property binding, I can remove this flower bases, save this, and it behaves the same. Let me go back and read only, let me change into false so that I can edit that, and go back, I can edit here. So this is how our property binding works. In how many ways I can use property binding? Okay, so now let me create some variables like a equal to 10 and b equal to 20. So I can write even the condition statements for my property binding. For example, if a is greater than b, then it will return true or false. So based on the true or false, our read only property will work. Now a is 10, b is 20. 10 is greater than 20, false. So now read only is false. I should be able to edit the data. I'm able to edit the content. Let me go back and now let me change the values, give 30, and let me pass as text, and let me pass this as enter your name with property binding. Save this, go back, you can see here, enter the name with property binding. So now I'm not able to edit the content because a value is 30 and b value is 20. 30 is greater than 20. So it is true. My read only is true. So you can perform your conditional operations on the read only properties also by using property binding. Let me create one input field with type equal to get type. There is a method called as get type. Copy this method, go to the TS. Let me write some method get type, and this will return my this dot input type. Save. Let me go here, save, and now it will create one more input field. Now the type will be equal to the type passed here, text. So even we can call some methods which will return some value which is accepted by your property binding, and it will change the behavior of the HTML element. Go back, check here. I'm able to type the text, and let me change this to number. Save this. If you see here, we got stepper. That means I'm typing on ABCD, it is not working. When I type on 1 2 3 4, it's working. So my input field property is a number. So now many people have a question, when to use what? I recommend to use interpolation whenever we are using a dynamic content between the tags. That means open and closing tag. Whenever you are using a properties, the binding should be happened over the properties. Then it is always recommended to use property binding. How property binding will behave? Property binding will even check the value along with the type. It's like triple equal to. Whereas interpolation, whatever the content, whatever the statement you are executing inside the interpolation, it will be executing as expected, but at last the return value of the interpolation will always be a string. That can be understandable by using read-only property. If you want to know about the same test cases, please watch my unit testing tutorial. Hope you guys like the video. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Signing off.